Could you hand me my pants, please? It's kind of chilly in here. And what the fuck does a guy have to do to get a cup of coffee around here? What the fuck, Karen? It tastes like cold piss.
I told you, I'm the president of the Homeowners Association. I don't do coffee. I'm not sure why I even work here.
You know what? I wondered the same thing myself. Who in the fuck even hired you and Bob? Whatever, we got news to get to. And you should do your damn job and get the lighting fixed so we can get this shit started. Welcome to Fireside Weekly News Roundup. I'm Rex Beaver. Now, your tech news. AMD's Zen APUs have been spotted, and the top of the stack sees the Ryzen 7 5800U with 8 cores, 16 threads, and a base clock of 2 GHz and a max boost of 4.4. These APUs will still be using Vega, but on an enhanced 7nm process. There are many more in the stack, but we're not going to go over them. Next topic. The US government has filed an antitrust charge against Google for illegal monopolization of ad and search markets. Apparently, the government trusts Google as much as I trust Karen with my coffee. A new contender in the GPU space has popped up as Imagination takes a crack at the cloud computer sector with its BTX multi-core GPU. It is unclear if they will make their way into the average consumer space with their cards, but let's hope, because more competition in the graphics card space is a good thing. AMD is attempting to slow down scalpers by holding the hands of retailers and helping them cross the road. They have listed suggestive measures for everyone to take prior to their product launches. It is unclear at this time whether or not AMD will also help retailers wipe their ass. Quibi shut down for anyone that gives a shit. I know I don't. The rumored 3070 16GB and 3080 20GB look to have been cancelled. These cards were rumored to be making their way to the market this holiday season. It is not known at this time why the cancellation happened. That's it for your tech news this week. Now over to the bunker with Dre Chronic.
Activate.
This is your weekly FWNR Around the World PSA, recorded live from Bunker Delta 8. I'm your host, Dre Chronic. Hey Bob, can you come over here for a second? I don't know what you're doing in that corner, but can you come over here? Why don't we have like that ticker tape, that like, you know, the news, you know? Why don't we have something like that? Okay, well, alright, go ahead, do what you're doing. Get that shit figured out. Oh man, I don't understand why that IT room is so messed up in there. So, let's see, what do we have for the news today? Bob, you didn't give me anything. I'll just go on the web here and let me see here. Oh, here we go, top of the line. Sony's new PS5 will record conversations for moderation purposes. Are they talking about trolls or what's going on? You know, are we ratting on each other now? You know, I thought we were, you know, civil online. Bob, seriously, what are you doing over there? Holy crap, Bob. Is that an alpaca? Bob, get... Sasquatch? By God, the humanity. Dude, that's Bomber's sister. Chipper, when I told you you can come over here and crash out, I didn't think you were like hiding out and bringing over these two guys, or whatever Bomber's sister is. Why are they fucking in my IT room? This is a bunker. I bent over backwards for you guys to enter my vault. And this is the thanks I get? Man, Chipper, you know, you haven't been such a great friend. I think we're going to have to put you on a timeout. And Bob, figure out everything that got fucked up here. Clean up that mess. Oh, I don't want to look at it. I can't stop looking. It's like a train wreck. You can't... Oh, God. This has been your public shitty announcement. Oh, don't look. Don't look. Be glad. Don't look. Fuck you, Wilmington. And remember, we don't love them hoes. Oh, God, we don't love that one. Oh, that's horrible.
Now let's take a magical mustache ride with Harry Johnson and see what's going on in your gaming news. Karen, hand me a beer, would you? I gotta do something about this hangover and this god-awful taste in my mouth. That sounds delicious.
We're live, by the way.
Oh shit. Howdy, I'm Harry Johnson. Let's get into your gaming news. For those that love Rainbow Six Siege, you now have access to it via Game Pass. You can play it for free should you have the subscription. Warzone added a new mode for the Halloween season called The Haunting of Verdansk. I had fun with this personally, but the trailer was misleading as fuck, so be aware of that. Players find themselves dropped into a map just like your typical battle royale, at which time you're fighting other players, and the players that die turn into zombies and also drop in. They can leap and they're fast as shit, so you have to kill both. If you die as a zombie, you are dead for good. If you manage to pick up 2 vials and go back to human form, you can continuously do that until you die in zombie form. The new Xbox Series consoles will be seeing a Gears update that includes new content, 120 FPS in multiplayer, and a new Game Plus mode. Also, you can swap in Dave Bautista for Marcus Phoenix, which is kinda cool. Bethesda is being sued for intentional sabotage allegations. Ragnarok Games says Bethesda played a part in this alleged sabotage of Rune 2 in order to protect the Elder Scrolls franchise. Bethesda's involvement is seemingly due to Human Head Studios' collapse, which was followed up by Bethesda absorbing the studio and renaming it Roundhouse Studio. Human Head abandoned the Rune 2 game after launch and refused to turn over the source code prior to being absorbed. PS5's are finally being spotted in the wild. Hopefully, this means we'll get to see them in action soon. With launch just weeks away, I'd sure as fuck hope so. Speaking of PS5, third-party PS5 plates have already been spotted, so those of you that may want to customize your console can do so for around $40. I gotta say, I saw this coming and it's pretty fucking cool. xCloud streaming sticks look like they may become a thing, as Phil Spencer stated in an interview with Straight Cherry. I think you're going to see lower priced hardware as part of our ecosystem. When you think about streaming sticks and other things that somebody might want to just go plug into their TV and go play via xCloud. He also teased at a potential additional Game Pass tier of the Platinum variety that would guarantee access to new Xbox hardware. There's a shit ton more gaming news that I'm not going to cover. I got a headache to drink away, so we'll see you next week. Now over to Jokey In My Pants for some random world news.
Why, thank you, Harry? Is it Harry? Did I say it right? I would ask Bob, but I'm pretty sure I found Bob the other day. I think he's been taken by an interdimensional demon. I'm not positive on that. I might be wrong. I might have seen somebody else. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. So anyway, guys, me Jokey in my pants here. Sorry. I have some news stories for y'all. A lot of animal shit. Because we all know me at this point. I think you should all fucking know what I'm gonna do for Fireside, and it's going to be just ton of fucking animal shit. Because go fuck yourself. So the first story I want to start off with, there was it's probably one of the dumbest stories that I could find. It's very short, but reading it, I'm just like, this is fucking ridiculous. So a drunken villager made a scene in a town square, and he was arrested for it. A Robert David Boyce, age 69. Nice. Nobody's gonna high five me on that one. I'll go fuck myself. So he was he was at the historic site of the Villages. That he was he might have been having a little bit too much to drink. He might have been partying a little too hard in a town square, am I right? And you guessed it right, this is in fucking Florida. I mean, if you can't figure out that a drunken fucking 69-year-old man getting into a fight with police at 7 o'clock at night isn't a Florida story, you're not from this country. By this country, I mean the United States. Or, if you do and you're not from the United States, then you're just, you pay attention to things. So anyway, this dude was just drunk as shit, Mr. Robert David Boyce, and he was approached by police because he was in the middle of a town square just shouting at people, like, just being a dick. They're like, hey, you think you could calm down a little bit? Which didn't go correctly, it didn't go how they wanted it all. He started getting really vulgar with them, and it's in quotations that he was an aggressive manner, and I'm going to assume it's that he's drunk, so he's like, go fuck yourself, and came at them, and they're like, okay, bro, well, looks like we got to take down an old man, get the tasers. So no, apparently he lost the keys to his fucking house, and he was drunk as shit, wandered into the town square and just started swearing at people, thinking that they took his keys and wouldn't let him in his house. So apparently, and he was just going up to people doing that. The other thing with this guy is he was arrested for the same exact fucking thing in 2013. So it's not like it's anything new, but again, it's fucking Florida and everyone who lives there is trash. Jeremy, I'm talking to you. You're trash. Thank you for your service. The other story I've got for you guys is just a bunch of animal stuff. So one of them isn't really so much a news story, so much as it proves that nature is fucking horrifying. It is absolute monstrosities that we live around every single day, and we should be thankful to fucking God that we have the brain ability to not get eaten alive, or that these things aren't bigger to eat us alive. So I have, they recently had a story about that there are snakes that disembowel fucking toads and eat on their organs one by one. I had never heard of this, and so when this story came up, I'm like, what the hell do you mean? Like they carry around a knife in their mouth? So what this is, these poor toads. Normally I wouldn't feel bad for a toad because toads are just everywhere and they're always in an abundance. So anything that's gonna eat a toad, I'm normally okay with. But this is like straight out of a horror movie that is a living animal. So this thing is an Asian kukri snake. They live in Thailand, apparently. Never going to Thailand. Didn't plan on going to Thailand, but fuck that after reading this. So the Asian kukri snake, what it has is serrated, sharp-bladed teeth on its top jaw. So it dislocates its jaw like it's going to eat the toad, but instead slashes it open with the teeth on the top, and then proceeds to wiggle its way inside and just eat it, like organ by organ. And if that's not terrifying for October, I don't know what is. So if you're a toad and you're living in Thailand, you're fucked. I don't know what else to tell you. It's a snake. You're not going to get away from that. It's just nature. Unfortunately, you're a toad and nature hates you.
What's up? So behind GameStop, apparently someone fucked up because they haven't seen $1 in God knows how long. They decided to put everything online for like 10 cents. People got hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of shit for $4. What the fuck, GameStop? Do you not know how to sell shit? This could be why you're losing money. Also, apparently you can plug a PlayStation 5 controller into an Xbox and an Xbox controller into a PlayStation 5. I don't know why the fuck you'd want to do that unless you really don't want to blow into a PlayStation 5 controller. Don't forget, Discord is being bought by Microsoft, and at the end of the day, there's dumpsters that are being sold behind Snoop's house because he's got to put that big-ass box for that Xbox Series X fridge somewhere.
Is that too harsh? Fuck toads. So anyway, the other story I have, I have another animal story, of course, as I said before. But this one actually comes from my old hometown. I actually grew up just outside of Buffalo, New York, for anyone who knows that. And this is a story that came out of the Niagara Falls Aquarium that I was like, oh, well, that's cute. There was a Striker the Seal made a winter weather prediction at the Aquarium of Niagara. Isn't that adorable? A little seal. Just makes you want to get out your club. Oh, that's too far? Go fuck yourself, Bob. So, the trainer, one Miss Haley Torr, had so kindly to say, harbor seals are very good because they do live out here all year long, so they have to pack on a big layer of blubber to make sure that they're nice and warm through the winter. So as trainers, and we're watching them and weighing them, and we shame them if they eat too many fish because little fatty, and we make them watch their behavior. And all of this leads us to believe that they may eat more fish or less fish based on what the winter will be like. I don't know what this person sounds like, but I just feel like Haley Torr, that's probably about an accurate one. If I'm wrong, find me at What an Oddcast. Come shout at me there. Go fuck yourself. So it's a harbor seal. Apparently he didn't eat a whole lot of fish to pack on a ton of blubber, so they're just like, oh, he must not be a big winter coming because he didn't pack on a lot of fat. Yeah, I mean, that's a possibility. The other possibility is that it's a seal in captivity, and they're not exactly the brightest fucking animals when they're in captivity. Like, a lot of that survival instinct kind of just fucking goes away when you have something that feeds you and takes care of you 24/7, instead of, a killer whale coming out of nowhere or a great white coming out of nowhere to rip you to pieces. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just the point I'd like to make. Maybe we should stop relying on animals to tell us the weather like it's fucking 1682. Maybe that's a thing that we should all stop doing. Maybe I'm wrong. So anyway, the last story I have here comes out of California. It's not really anything too big. It's over in Oakland. There was an aggressive turkey that had to be taken care of. This story it was fucking hilarious. Let me read the headline for y'all. Wildlife trapper dons disguise to capture aggressive turkey. If that doesn't make you click on a story, I don't fucking know what will. Because the first thing that came to my mind is that this person pulled like some Elmer Fudd bullshit of turning into a female turkey to lure this thing out, which was almost accurate. So anyway, it was a wildlife wrangler, Rebecca Demitrick. I don't want to mispronounce the name, but it's a really weird last name. It has multiple Y's. If anyone could help me with that, I'd actually appreciate it, because I see a lot of names like that. Anyway, so Rebecca, essentially, it was just an aggressive turkey. He was in Rose Garden, and he kept coming out and attacking people, and they hadn't been able to catch him for months. Back in July, they had to shut down the Rose Garden because this fucking turkey just kept attacking people. And I know what you're thinking. It's a turkey. Just kick it, and you're fine. Have you ever seen an aggressive-ass turkey? Let me tell you, growing up on farms, if you have a big-ass turkey that just comes at you, it's pretty terrifying, because they get really fucking loud, they puff out all their feathers, and those the little talons that they have, it's like any other animal. They hurt like hell, and their beak, it can be intimidating. It catches you off guard. Anyway, so essentially what she did is she just laid down a bunch of shit to lure the turkey out. Her husband ran back down to the truck, leaving her alone. And what is her disguise, I hear you asking? Did she dress as a male turkey, female turkey, to lure it out with a sexy pose and some lipstick and saying, come fuck me? No, actually, she just dressed as an old lady. That was it. Because apparently this turkey had been attacking people so much that it just kind of learned if someone looks like they're weak, it could probably fuck them up. So they had like some gangster turkey walking around this fucking thing. But she just lured it out with some food. They lured him out, then they just jumped on him, grabbed him by the neck, and threw him in the truck, took him to a place where he's, surrounded by other turkeys, and he'll be a lot happier. Overall, Rebecca said that she was happy that they got to this conclusion, other than anything harmful happening to the turkey. They were glad to be able to relocate him where he belonged. They're not really sure how or why he stayed in the Rose Garden, other than probably because, again, he kind of learned if he attacks old people, they can't really defend themselves, and they tend to drop food. So this turkey just kind of learned. It's a velociraptor, folks. It should have been shot. Clever girl, my ass. Anyway, under Chipper McBag Suck Lick something, people don't tell me names, alright? You can't, people don't tell me. Anyway, on to fucking Chippendale again.
And last, but certainly not least, Chipper McShitBiscuit and your indie game news.
I already told you, man. The last thing I remember is going to Dre's bunker for a few drinks after work. May or may not have ate a few pills, then woke up to an alpaca trying to slap me with its dick. It was fucked up. I haven't been in a situation like that since college. Yeah, well, Bob can get fucked too. Like, why do we even keep him around here anyways? The guy scares me. I seen some seriously fucked up shit in that bunker, Rex. I think I need a therapy session. I'm not going back there. Look, we're about to go live here, and I really don't want to discuss this anymore. Yeah, I did talk to Fork. He said all the midgets were counted for except for one, which between you and I think is complete bullshit. He's keeping in his house for God knows what reasons. Okay, it's showtime. I gotta run. What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Indie Connection. Apologies for being absent last week. We were dealing with some technical issues. Okay, that's not entirely true. I got really fucked up, seen some really weird shit, and quite honestly, I never want to see an alpaca again. Happy thoughts, Chipper. Think happy thoughts. October has been dropping some great spooky titles for gamers. Let's take a look at a few that are launching. Pumpkin Jack just hit multiple platforms this week, dropping players into a Halloween-themed world engaging in combat, puzzles, and exploration. Once again, Fireside's very own Harry Johnson was fortunate enough to review the game early. This is what he had to say about it. Sometimes I cover my nuts in peanut butter and let the raccoons into the living room. Come on! Does nobody edit or even look at this shit before sending it out? What the fuck is wrong with this guy, really? And that mustache is sketchy as fuck too. You guys wonder why I drink myself into a blackout state every fucking night? My god. Let's move on to the next one. Steam players will be pleased to know that the first-person horror game Under is finally releasing this week. Players will explore what appears to be a sinking ship, all while trying to run and hide from entities that will fuck your program right up. Now, a few weeks back, Fireside announced the launch of the Fanboy Neutering program. I had also mentioned a few raffle prizes would be up for grabs to some random contributors as well. So let's announce who they are and what they're taking home. First off, a huge congratulations to HR Bomber for his contribution of $300. Bomber, you'll be receiving this incredible bundle with some amazing prizes. Thanks for all the support, man. A gentleman by the name of Husk also donated a whopping $220 as well. The FMP really appreciates your support, man, and we will be shipping out this prize shortly. Also, we have Wilmy Hood, who contributed to the program with a respected donation of $180. Thank you so much, Wilmy. You won yourself a box of Pop-Tarts. The FMP would be nothing without the support of the community. Together, we can shut down these whiny little cocksuckers once and for all. Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have this week, everyone. Tune in next week as I have a very special guest lined up for the show. Stay classy out there, guys. Back to you, Rex.
Well, that wraps up your weekly shit show news. I'm Rex Beaver, reminding you to check out your local FNP to have your fanboys spayed or neutered. We'll see you next week.